Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm very excited today because I just got this through the mail. I pre-ordered it. I've been waiting on it for quite some time. I got it off the Etsy shop. This is the companion guide that goes with the deck that I received. I have not looked at the cards yet. We're going to do that together. I did open them, but I have not looked at them. I have not looked at this either. I cannot wait to look at this. I got it off Etsy. It is by Natasha Rowland and Urania Press. And I do believe she started shipping them out the 1st of October, so I was just very excited to get it. This is my birthday present to myself. And you can order just the cards, but I would suggest, if you really get into cards, to order the deal with the companion guide. And we'll get into that. I haven't really looked at it. I saw it on the site where it talks about the artwork, and I had to have the book. So this is the cards. We'll zoom in there. This is the cards. This is the box. Sublime Threshold Tarot, Urania Press. This is the bottom of the box, Urania first edition. This is the side of the box. Unlocking the codes of the sublime of the tarot arcana with evocative Baroque, Romantic, and Gothic artworks. Sublime Threshold Tarot. So I'm so excited. And then this is the bottom of the box. And I have felt a presence that disturbs me with the joy of elevated thoughts. William Wordsworth. So, let's open the box. And at the top of the box is white. It's a very, very, very sturdy box. Very good quality box. And it comes with a little sticker here, a little round sticker, which I do believe this is the Ace of Cups, if I'm not mistaken. And it does come with a little booklet guide, which, if you're okay, with that, we'll go through the books later. Let's look at the cards. Okay, so I'm going to get the cards out of the box. The inside of the box is white. Like I said, it's a very sturdy box. I love the back of the box. And the cards are edged in a beautiful black. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't tell you how excited I am. This is... I'm trying to get these straight. I'll zoom in. This is the back of the cards, which are reversible, and the most beautiful back I think I have ever seen. I'm so happy. All right, this is our full card, which coming out of a cave like on a unicorn. It says uncanny, and I don't know what the word under it means, but I'm sure it tells in the guidebook or the companion guide, which we will go over. And our next card is the Magician. So it says a mystic Magus, the Magician. I love it. I just love it. our High Priestess. I think I've seen this artwork, this particular painting. A lot of these are not repeats. I think this may be the only one I recognize. I don't know. I haven't went through them all. I just looked on her website or where the cards were sold. So we have the High Priestess here. It says visionary, beautiful High Priestess. If you love artwork, you're gonna eat this up. Chef's kiss. Okay. And then we have the Empress here, which I'm totally excited about. This one, she has already had the baby. She's got the baby with her. It says emotion. Love this. Love this for the Empress. I can't wait to pull one and read everything in the guidebook about it, or the companion book. This is the Emperor. Now, he is really giving big Emperor vibes. It says worldly. Here we have our Hierophant. It says hallowed. My favorite Hierophant ever. It has a little angel up there at the top. And here we have our Lover's card. It says intensity, which it does look pretty intense there. I love this Chariot. It says heights. This is definitely giving Aladdin vibes here. Going into the Sublime Thresholds. This is strength. It says all. He has his hands, it looks like they're tied behind his back. I'm not sure what painting this is at all. It reminds me of Daniel in the Lion's Den. I have no idea if that's what it is, but which makes a great strength card either way, like facing fear, facing your demons. I love it. I'm anxious to read the book. Here we have our Hermit. Oh my God, what a great Hermit card. A solitary. His lantern is hanging up there on that old tree. He's in some kind of old cave. He's got the skull there and the basket and his book, and it looks like he's has his hands maybe in some kind of a prayer mantra. That could be a Bible. I'm not sure what that is. He's got his basket. He is in solitary in his journey. I can't wait to read with these cards too. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. It says eternal. It looks like, you know, there's the wheel. You can see the wheel, and it looks like the lady to the left is maybe turning the wheel, and they're like, it looks like they're stepping on top of each other, or he's on his head. With the Wheel of Fortune, or the wheel. And we have our Justice card here. We have two people in our Justice card. So it says interplay. So that is very interesting. I know I gotta stop saying that about every card, but I do. Here we have the Hanged Man looking in a pool of water, looking at the reflection. Illumination. So I love that for the Hanged Man card. Death. Favorite death card. Primal. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. When you go through changes, it's painful. When you go through transformation, sometimes it's very painful, and sometimes it's primal, and survival mode. Okay, here we have temperance. This is allegory. It's mixing the liquids there. Okay, we have the trickster instead of the devil. It says seduction. So we have our gorgeous tower card here. It says upheaval. You see those horses rearing up in the back, and a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people in chaos. The star card, absolutely beautiful. It says delight, and she looks almost ghostly. Our moon card says archways. Love this moon card. Yeah, I am gonna say it. I'm gonna say it about every card. So, the sun, luminosity. Okay, so let's look at the sun beside the moon. How amazing is that? I don't think I've ever been giddy over a deck of cards before. Check out this judgment. Like, we've got the man coming out of the grave. It looks like a some sort of a stag. And then, like, maybe the universe or God with his hand up there. Catholic. Yeah. For sure. Our world card. Celestial. And then we start our wands. So 11, the Ace of Wands. This is a lot of energy here. Magnificent, it says. The Two of Wands. Definitely RWS Two of Wands vibes. Vastness. Amazing. The Three of Wands. Cliffs. It looks like we have a dude here looking over the cliff. Three of Wands. The ships. You see the little tiny ships out there. Yeah. So the Four of Wands, picturesque. The Five of Wands, everybody's pointing fingers. We have turmoil. The Six of Wands, glory. Stunning. We have our Seven of Wands. She's holding her hand up like, back up. Back it up now. Caves. She is not having it. Okay. We have our Eight of Wands. We have a little, it looks like a little fairy there. A little sprite flying up through there. Moving very quickly. And we have our Nine of Wands, depths. Looks like everybody is wanting a piece of him. They're pulling on him. And our Ten of Wands, which, yeah. Ten of Wands vibes, overwhelm. I'm just gonna, I'll just melt with the weight. We have the Page of Wands, grow pastoral. Very interesting. I can't wait to read that one. Our Knight of Wands. I can see a Knight of Wands definitely having that energy. Like, wow. Catty. We have our Queen of Wands here, empowered. This looks like a witch. Definitely working her magic. Love it. Love the whole vibe. Love the fire. Love the outdoors. Love the birds. Love the fire. It's a cauldron. Our King of Wands here. Charisma. He looks like he could be charismatic for sure. And our Ace of Cups. So that little sticker that I got that I thought was the Ace of Cups is not the Ace of Cups. So this, I'm not sure which card this is. We'll see later. Colossal. Our Two of Cups. Oh my God. Twilight. I love it. How sweet. That is too stinking cute. And we have our Three of Cups here. Did I say Wands with the last one? I meant Cups if I did. Two of Cups, which is our relationship card. Three of Cups. Two people looking in, and there's three people looking out, but we got somebody peeking through the hedge there. It says beauty in tarot, like Tara. Our Four of Cups, atmosphere. Looks like she has her eyes closed. The bigger one. And the little girl is looking off. Love the rainbows. Five of Cups. This is definitely Five of Cups energy. Isolation. There's a lot going on there. A lot of heavy. That's heavy. Six of Cups. Finding some old toys, maybe. Seven of Cups. Definitely Seven of Cups energy. It says lavish. What am I going to choose? We have Eight of Cups, passageways. I love this Eight of Cups. I think, oh yeah, that was what was on the front of our box. Eight of Cups, thresholds, passageways. Nine of Cups, cries of animals. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Happy family of creatures. Animals, all kinds of animals. Okay, there's our sticker. That is the Page. Our beautiful Page of Cups here. Enticements. I'm gonna go faster. Our Knight of Cups. Allure, which he does look very alluring there. Very daydreamy. Very romantic. Our Queen of Cups, magnetism. I'm going to go faster so we didn't have time to look at the book. Our King of Cups here. Our Ace of Swords. That's a great Ace of Swords. A great Ace of Swords. Our Two of Swords. Bewilderment. I don't see any issues here. I think that could represent swords. If you know the Rider-Waite-Smith. And reading these and using your intuition. I don't know about for beginners, but Three of Swords is great. It says dread, and then you've got the blood leaking down from the flower. Absolutely. A lot of feeling, a lot of heavy feeling there. Four of Swords. It definitely looks like Four of Swords energy. Vibe in the Four of Swords energy. Isolation. Five of Swords. Beguilement. Yeah. Six of Swords. Love it. Love it. Taking that little boat and going. You can see there's also a figure in white standing up. Going through the passageways almost and hiding. Our Seven of Swords. Cunning. I must speed up. Our Eight of Swords. Dread. I just have no words for how much I love this deck. Nine of Swords. Oh, wow. Talk about heavy in the heart. He's got his foot on her chest, or right below her chest. Nightmare. For sure. This is great card stock too, by the way. Like, amazing card stock. It's not thin. But it's also you would be able to shuffle it easily. The Ten of Swords, unsettling. Definitely gone there. Page of Swords, heroic. Is that a wolf? Oh, how cool. My goodness. Knight of Swords. Oh, I love this. This is like, it's almost like he's getting ready to be knighted, or devotion. Oh, I love this. I don't see that side of the knight very much. Our Queen of Swords. Heights. Magnificent. Our King of Swords. A Verb. He looks very stunning. I don't know. He's got on a lot of robes. Like he wants to beat you with it a chess match, but looking his best. Ace of Pentacles. And I really don't know how to pronounce that word there. But that's a great ace. Ace. Two of Pentacles. Ignat. A Two of Pentacles. Got two little cups there, and the skull, and it looks like we have two figures up here. I feel like every time you read with this deck, you'll find something that you didn't see before. The Three of Pentacles, immeasurable, So that's something huge that they're working together to build. Maybe the Tower of Babel. The Four of Pentacles, absorption. Definitely absorbed in it. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a skull there and a book and doing a lot of heavy thinking there. The Five of Pentacles. This definitely gives Five of Pentacles vibes, like definitely destitute. I'm just looking. He does have a little companion, a little dog or wolf. Six of Pentacles. And doorways. Love the Seven of Pentacles. Sentient nature. Like, definitely watching the growth. Eight of Pentacles, marvel. Love it. Love it. I've said that too many times. I wonder if I count how many times I said it. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, luminosity. A beautiful Nine of Pentacles. This is the card that I always aspire to be. Sometimes my accent gets a little wild, but I aspire to be the Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles here, wonder. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Now he looks very Nine of Pentacles. He's took his hat off and his horse isn't running or anything. He's just being very still and patient. Initiate. And what is that? No, I was looking at the wrong one. Or it was coming up like that. The Queen of Pentacles. Empowered. Definitely. Okay. King of Pentacles. Sovereign. Well, that definitely looks like a King of Pentacles there. It's got somebody down there. And it is feet. Sorry. First I thought she was washing his feet. It's like a little angel. Okay, these are the oracle cards. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 oracle cards. So let's look at them. Initiatory, bridges and chasms. Splendor, atmospheric. Ooh, isn't that pretty? You see the little boat down here? Wow. Poetic, subdued. That's beautiful. Ruins. It's definitely been, it says Tempest. Definitely used to be something magnificent that has been dilapidated over the years. Waterways, cleansing. Oh, I love that too. Let's look at it closer. Just this artwork. Ancestral, temporal. Let's get closer. Let's look closer. Looks like a really old graveyard. The cross there. Wow. Mountains, endurance. Is that, what is that? Is it somebody climbing over the mountain? It is. Wow. Looks like he's just barely made it to the top and is just taking a last little rest before he pulls himself up. Fright. Shimmerick. Ooh. It's like, is it some sort of a dragon? So interesting. What great cards to read with. Numinous. That is gorgeous. Twilight. You see little people standing under the tree. Wow. Oh, golden age. Oh my God, I love these cards, guys. I love them. Okay, now we're gonna look at the books and then we're gonna pull a card. So we'll look at the little book that comes with it first, and then we'll look at the big book, and you can, if this is something that you're thinking about buying, you can decide. We have the text by Natasha Rowland. This was put out in 2025 by Urania Press. Like I said, it just came out. I pre-ordered it a while back. This is the first edition. Welcome to the booklet guide for Sublime Threshold Tarot. I read most of it out of the big book, but I'm going to show you what's in the little book. It gives you the introduction, so I'm not going to read all of that. So in this, you get the welcome, the introduction, consecrating your deck, codes of the sublime, brief interpretations, the major, the minor, traditional tarot spreads, and other Urania Press publications. So, and then this is the little book. I just wanted to show you in case you didn't want the big book, and this is on the last page. But I will tell you, this reading is it's little bitty. It's tiny, so I'm glad I got the bigger one. If you can see good, I can't. So let's look at the big book and then we'll pull a card. We get it talking about the copyright and the original artwork featured on the cards. The sublime is productive of the strongest emotion which the mind is capable of feeling. And I have felt a presence that disturbs me with the joy of elevated thoughts. William Wordsworth. And that was on the back of the box. You get the foreword. It talks about welcome to the companion guide for the first edition. You do get pictures, and you get the table of contents, the foreword, the introduction, liminal spaces, and the sublime experience, history and philosophy of the sublime. You get the codes, you get the interpretations, you get the major and the minor arcana, the oracle cards, the card spreads about the author, and then it goes into the elements for each suit. And it also talks about consecrating your deck or cards. And it talks about the cover art. So you get a whole introduction here. The Gothic, Romantic, and Symbolist writers, artists, and poets of the 18th and 19th centuries were influenced by the aesthetic notion of the sublime. I'm not going to read all that, but you get the gist. Okay, and then over here we get the typical examples of the sublime in nature, which that was one of the cards. Might have been one of the oracle cards. And over here we get the experiences of sublime happen in liminal spaces of states, the liminal periods, liminal spaces outside or in nature, and then the liminal space inside. And then we have the non-physical liminal space. And then the between, which is dreams, illness and recovery, life and death, pleasure and pain, mundane, and the spiritual world. Oh, love it. This is what is all you should be able to see and feel in the cards. The 4 stages of the sublime experience. And then you get the history and philosophy of the sublime, which if you like to read, which I do, then we get to the codes of the sublime. There is no particular order. So there's a lot of words here for these codes. Disproportionate, exuberant, apocalyptic, forest, mountains. I'm not going to read it all. Seduction, numinous, celestial, hallowed, danger, horror, borderless. It just goes on and on and on. And then when it goes into the major arcana, so that was the full card. And you get a quote. Over here, you get the Fool. It talks about the Fool traverses along the boundaries between chaos. So it talks about the card and the meaning. You get the Sublime Code, Uncanny, and it talks about that. You get the archetype, the Uncanny Fool in Greek. The artwork. So this is what really interests me. The artwork, it's called Silence of the Forest, and it gives the artist, it gives the date and why the image was chosen, and then you get the divination for the card. The mystery sang alive when the cup was lifted. Hilda Doolittle. And you get just as much information, a picture, a quote, just as much information with the minors. And we go through all this, and I'm sure our oracle cards will also be in here, and they are. So they get 2 on 1 page, and then you get half a page for each oracle. And I definitely will keep my oracles in with my deck. Some people take them out, but I usually don't, but I absolutely love those oracles. So you get the traditional tarot spreads, the 3 card, the Celtic cross, the relationship spread. It talks about the works cited, which I love it when they put that in there. It talks about the author, and then in the back of it, Sublime Threshold Tarot. The companion book combines independent research on the philosophical notion of the sublime alongside creative divinatory interpretations to accompany the Sublime Threshold Tarot deck by Natasha Rowland of Urania Press. And I won't read all that, but you can screenshot it if you want. So, let's pull a card. I'm not gonna, sometimes I riffle shuffle, but I'm not right now because I just feel this card right here. So let's look and see what we have. Take what resonates if it does, and leave what does not. This will be a reading for the collective, and I zoomed out too much. Okay, so let's see what we have, y'all. Oh, we got the 9 of Cups. So that said cries of animals. So this is going to be interesting. I wanted to really read that. So let's read it from this one. I won't read the whole thing, but I will give you the highlights. And like I showed you before, here we have the 9 of Cups. And I'll read down here at the bottom. Syllables of velvet, sentences of plush, depths of ruby undrained, hid lip for thee. Play it were a hummingbird and just sipped me with a flower. And that was by Emily Dickinson. And then we have 9 of Cups. It says glow up, wish fulfillment. Refreshed of drink and well supped, generous, all-encompassing, a good egg, well-rounded, enjoying abundance, indulging, focusing on projects, fortunate, gratitude, leader in your field, potential for success, content, possible excess, needing temperance. And the Sublime Code, which is the cries of the animal, which is what I was very interested in. Folkloric and mythic, free of words, yet soaked in language, a sound that makes our spine tingle and shiver. Animals cry out their wild expressions, primal, instinctual, unfiltered, stretched across the wilderness of night, achingly beautiful. The archetype is gratitude. I'm not going to read all that. The artwork is I cannot say that name at all. I'll hold it there for you to look or screenshot. The artwork. This image was chosen because it represents the sublime codes of cries of animals, darkness and light, luminosity, intensity, primal, uncanny, marvel, interplay, synergy, mythic, opulence, and captivation. And I would definitely say that it has all of that. The divination. In the radiant hush of night, pulsing with ancient memory, your mythic self tends to a ritual space, a glow and sacred purpose. Before you, a flaming cauldron of the gods crackles and sings, filled with liquid manna from heaven. You raise your bowl in ritual, sharing, offering, not only to the divine above, but to the magical animal familiar posed at your side, an emblem of primal instinct, wild delight, an excited acknowledgement that you are about to receive a sacred initiation. This is a moment of concord and emotional fulfillment, of being refreshed of drink and well-fed, well-rounded, glowing with contentment, satisfaction, and indulgence. The wishful thinker becomes the grateful soul and the celebrant whose generous heart is eager to share and share alike. You are or may become a leader in your field, self-sufficient and fortunate. There is potential for success, a good business, and the joy of focusing on projects that bring you meaning. The realization of desires is in your hand. Your cup overflows. But be wise. Even sacred possibilities can become too much. Even divine fire is subject to temperance. Watch for possible excess and remember to temper overindulgence. Enjoy abundance. Lift your bowl high with gratitude and share the all-encompassing blessings from the unseen realms with who sit with you on earth. Now that was beautiful. So I absolutely suggest getting the companion guide if you're going to get the cards. So that's what I have for you. And that was my walkthrough of this. And it is in the Etsy shop now. Anyway, if you like it, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Like, share, and subscribe for more. This one is definitely, so far, my favorite of the year. And I look so forward to working with it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you around. Peace out, my friends.